The hidden world of the great white shark, the ocean predator. You never truly knew. Most stories about great white sharks begin with fear, a fin slicing through the water, a dramatic soundtrack, a voiceover whispering about death lurking below. But fear blinds us. And if you strip it away, what remains is an animal so complex, so strangely elegant, that it forces you to reconsider everything you thought you knew about predators. The first time I saw a great white, I expected chaos. Instead, I got a lesson in restraint. It appeared out of nowhere, as if the ocean had quietly decided to rearrange itself into the shape of a shark. Nothing about its movement was rushed. Nothing was wasted. It simply glided, letting the currents brush past its skin, moving with the kind of purpose we usually attribute to seasoned dancers or monks. It didn't even acknowledge us, and yet its presence filled every inch of water. People imagine great whites as reckless hunters, but in truth, they rely less on speed and more on strategy. Their brains, surprisingly large for fish, are wired for problem solving. One researcher once told me that great whites approach hunting the way chess players approach the board. Scanning, evaluating, predicting outcomes. Their famous breaches, those explosive leaps from the water, are not acts of violence but calculations. A shark doesn't waste energy unless the odds tilt in its favor. Here's something most people don't know. Great whites often test the world gently. When they nudge boats or sniff divers, it's not aggression, it's curiosity. Their snouts are packed with electroreceptors capable of detecting the heartbeat of a seal hidden under sand. Imagine having the power to sense the electricity in another creature. Now imagine choosing restraint. Even more fascinating is the social side of these solitary hunters. In places like South Africa, great whites form loose, shifting hierarchies. The largest female often dictates the rhythm of the hunt, and smaller sharks give her space. It looks like chaos to the untrained eye, but beneath it is a quiet respect rarely associated with predators. And then there are migrations, epic journeys spanning thousands of miles. One shark tagged near California was later found in Hawaii, as if she decided winter required a tropical vacation. No one knows precisely why they travel such absurd distances. Mating, feeding, navigation training. The ocean guards some secrets stubbornly, but perhaps the greatest misconception is the idea that great whites are mindless killers. In reality, they avoid humans whenever possible. Biologists discovered that in areas with frequent shark sightings, the sharks often swim below surfers without approaching, like silent guardians who'd rather keep their distance. The rare attacks that occur are usually cases of mistaken identity. To a shark's eye, a surfer paddling on a board looks an awful lot like a seal. Still, standing in a shark's presence rearranges your understanding of power. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's not even hostile. It's a kind of confidence born from millions of years of survival. The ocean's version of ancient royalty. Great whites don't command the sea because they're violent. They command it because every creature, from tiny fish to whales, reacts to the possibility of their presence. Their biology only adds to the mystery. Their livers act as buoyancy control, almost like biological submarines. Their teeth grow in conveyor belt rows, replacing themselves thousands of times in a lifetime. Their eyes, which people mistakenly believe are lifeless, actually roll back during attacks to protect themselves. An evolutionary shield. And perhaps the most poetic fact, Great whites may use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate across oceans, following invisible highways written into the planet itself. The moment that stays with me happened during a dive off the Neptune Islands. A massive female approached, moving slowly enough that I could study every detail. The scars etched into her flank, the subtle shimmer of light on her skin, the slight adjustments of her tail as she controlled her drift. She looked straight at me, not with hunger, but with something that felt eerily close to recognition. In that instant, I understood why so many divers describe meeting a great white as a kind of baptism. You leave the water rearranged. Maybe that's the hidden world after all. Not the shark's darkness, but the mirror it holds up to our own fear, our own assumptions, our own misunderstanding of power. A great white shark doesn't need to prove anything. It simply exists, and the ocean moves around it.